Hello, welcome back. We are continuing with our DevC training for Andela. I hope all of us are on the same page now. I've already shown us the site where you can get all the codes so that you'll be on the same page with me. We are starting CSS today. We've been looking at HTML all through. So CSS is very important because it is what makes the display of your HTML to be nicer to the eye. When you look at it, your website has to look very beautiful. And also, you're supposed to have the same design for all the pages. Like now we have home. If you click on about us, we have different background. I actually did this like this so that's to show you the different links. But now you're supposed to use one CSS to make all of them to look the same. When you get to popular websites like Facebook and Google, you see that when you're moving from one page to the other, most the structure is the same. So it's the CSS, also known as cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet, CSS. That's what makes your website to look better. So we are going to be learning how to write the codes for this cascading style sheet. And this is a given style sheet that I just wrote. Basically, when you write the selector is simply the tag that you have in your HTML. You know, you will have our body tag that we said if we wanted to do our body tag, we had a tag like this in our HTML. This is our body tag, bg body. Then we'll close it up. You understand? So this very tag, if we wanted to give it a color, we would have said, from what we learned in HTML, we would have said bg color equal to, if it is red, we'll just put red. So that is how you give a color if you're doing the normal thing in your HTML. But if you're using CSS, if you do this, you have to do it for the various pages. But if you're using external CSS or cascading style sheets, this is how you give the color. So you say background color, this is how you write it, then you put the value. So it's pretty different from what you're doing before, and this will make it more standard. So this is a given external style sheet that we are going to be using. So for the body background, we are giving a color of light blue. That's why we have here now light blue. So it's no longer having the color of the HTML, it's now having the color we are having here. So how do you write a CSS file? First of all, when you write the selector means the tag, the body selector. You put the property that you want to ascertain, the nature or the style. Now we are looking at background color. Then you put the value. What color do you want it to be? If you put red now, you are going to see a different thing. So let's change this light blue to red. Then we'll do Ctrl S to save. Then we'll refresh. You see now it's having red color. So this is how now H1 is saying that everywhere you see H1, let the text align be center and let the color be white for all H1. And anywhere you see paragraph, this is you want the font family to be Verdana and you want the font size to be 20. So that is how you go about it. So I'm gonna take this back, save and refresh. Now I want you to take note of the basic syntax of HTML. This is what we call selector. These tags, they are known as selector in CSS. Then this is what we call the property. That's the property you want to give a value. Like you want to give a background color, you want to change the color, you want to do the text alignment. Then the value is the actual instruction you're giving it what you want. So we have selector, property and value. So very important. So I've already linked this to this. So if I open the index, this is the index that is showing. So if I open it in Notepad, I'll be able to see. You see? So this is the Notepad of it. So you can see this is how you link it. If you want that very CSS to be showing on any of your page, just come here and put link rel equal to style sheet type text slash CSS. Then href, that's your linking. You want the sources was style.css. So why is this style.css? Because I've already saved this very file. This is style. This file is style. I already saved it. So I saved it here, style.css. So that if you go to any of them now, so let's go to the next one is about us. If you see about us is still having yellow color. Now if you open the code for the about us, this is the about us page. So I'm going to right click and open it in Notepad. You can see the CSS is not linked. So if I now go and get this very CSS, if I go to this index, they get this very line, just this line. Always make sure that you're saving it in the header, inside the header. You can see here I put it above the header. This is not the right position it should be in. So this is actually supposed to be here. So you're supposed to put it just above your title. So this is the right place to have this very cascading style sheet. So I'm gonna cut it out from here and I'm gonna put it here. So this is where it's supposed to be. So that is my index page. So any of the pages that you want to have this CSS inside it, just get to this is the header. Like I said, it has to be in the header or the head tag. So I'll put Ctrl V to have it there. So if I now save this and refresh this about us page, it's going, you see now it's having the same as styling as the index. So that's how you do your external style sheets. You can also put it directly inside, like the one I did here in my HTML tag. So this very one, if you open this code for HTML tag page, so if you get to this page, you open it up with Notepad, you're gonna see what we call internal. This is what we call internal style sheet, because this is the style. If you want to write it in a page, you can use this code. Make sure you open the style tag and close it, but it has to be inside the head. It has to be inside the head. If you're also linking, the link should be inside the head. So this one is an example of internal style sheet, because you wrote the style sheet inside it, and you can see that it's affecting the work. Like here, you say that you want all the H1 to have the color of red, and that's why you're having color of red here. But you see in the other pages, like the index, I wrote an external style sheet and I brought it in using this very code, link rel. So very, very important, or link href, then you put the style sheet that you've written. So this is the style sheet that I've written, and that is what I'm linking to the various pages. So I'm giving us an assignment now. Please link up all the various pages with this very style sheet, and also develop it more so that it will look much better. So I'm just giving us all these are just simple basics. We're going to be doing something that is more factual and much more better if you understand all these basics. So you can simply I just sent out on our messengers, I sent out the link to all the codes so that you can download these various codes, the various files that we are using, so that all of us will be on the same page while we move. So simply move on to JavaScript. There are more to it in CSS, but this is just the basics. We can talk about Flexbox, we can talk about grid systems of styling and many other things, how to style links and plenty of other things. But as we are doing the main project from the Open Classroom for Andela, we'll be able to look at every other thing that we are not able to look at now. Well, these are just the basics that I'm just introducing also to. So in the subsequent classes, we'll dive into JavaScript immediately. Then as we are doing JavaScript, we will now be doing more of HTML and CSS. Thank you and God bless you.